Loki is back, but not how you expect. We have spies on the inside. Marvel's Disney Plus show Loki is going to set up the MCU for the next 10 years. Here are the 5 things you can expect from the show. Massive spoiler warning. Alright, so the big bad Thanos has been vanquished. And as we wait for Galactus, whoever the next big bad for the next 10 years is going to be, the next MCU villain, get ready to meet KANG the Conqueror. In the comics, KANG is a conqueror and time-traveling warlord from the future and direct enemy from the Avengers. And considering Loki has done a lot of time-traveling and time-altering, KANG makes a ton of sense. KANG may also lead directly into the upcoming Fantastic Four. He has a history with the Fantastic Four and may even actually be a descendant of Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic. So the plot of Loki is all about fixing the sacred timeline and undoing the parallel timelines created by all the time traveling going on in Avengers Endgame. So considering KANG's whole thing is time travel, it seems pretty likely we're going to find out the Avengers accidentally got his attention when they went all quantum time traveling in Avengers Endgame. So we already know KANG is slated to be at least one of the bad guys in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania coming in 2023, so setting him up now makes a ton of sense. So get ready to meet the Time Variance Authority, or TVA. The show is going to start when Loki is captured by the TVA under the watch of Owen Wilson's Mobius M. Mobius.
I knew the devil existed. I didn't think it could ever manifest like that. We knew there was going to be a tragedy.
The Devil Made Me Do It, part of Shock Docs, now streaming on Discovery Plus.
So remember, we're already dealing with 2 very different characters at very different points. So the Loki that we're seeing in this TV show is not the one who died in Avengers Endgame, the one who evolved to be an anti-hero in his own right. This Loki is a 2012 Avengers-era Loki who wreaked havoc on New York City and who escaped with the Tesseract before he had his kind of redemption and became a quasi-good guy. So this version of Loki is going to be shown his alternate timeline, what his future could be, and focus on the disaster that he's left of the current timeline with his Tesseract disappearing act. This means that the Loki of the Loki show will see there's a version of the future who plays out to be kind of a good guy. So while there's a ton that the show can pull from of the Loki that we know, we're hearing reports and a very good chance that the Loki show can actually...
Most people are afraid to die and we're scared not to live.
reset everything we know about the character and go back to some more comic accurate origins, making him a kid, making him a female, even making him Thor in his own right. There's a lot of crazy things the show can pull from that all have their bases in the comics. Alright, so what is this Loki going to do in the show? Is he going to be motivated by other Loki's actions to do some good? And how many future events will the TVA recap for him? So Loki learned that his beloved mother Frigga is soon to be murdered? Do they tell him that Asgard gets destroyed and Thanos kills even more of the survivors? Does he learn exactly how Infinity War's Loki dies? This show is setting up to be crazy intense. As you look at what the Time Variance Authority is known for, they're going to take him from variant timeline to variant timeline, eventually leading us to a version of Loki that we've never seen before.
You originally auditioned for Thor.